This time of year, a lot of people lace up their sneakers and hit the gym, but if you are not careful, you could end up with some injuries that will have you sitting on the sidelines. Joining us now is Dr. Robert Klitzman with the McBride Clinic to talk a little bit more about it. Thanks for coming in this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
We do see a lot of folks very ambitious. All of a sudden, gyms are extremely packed because people have New Year's resolutions and they want to stick to them, but they can end up getting hurt. So where do people need to start when they're heading into the gym?
First thing they need to do is assess where their health is.
Okay.
Are they starting from being a couch potato and trying to get with their New Year's resolution, or are they already healthy and they're just trying to up their activity level?
Yeah.
So if you have some underlying health problems, you have some injuries, you might want to have those checked out by a doctor prior to you starting. If you're already healthy, you just want to start slow and progress.
But let's be honest, a lot of people think that they're healthier than they really are. So how do we get a clear picture on how healthy we are? I mean, what are some things maybe we should assess before we head into the gym? Because some people don't realize how out of shape they are, and then, they do get to the gym and get hurt. So.
That's why it's key to start slow.
Okay.
If you start slow with maybe some walking, progress to running, if you're doing cardiovascular exercise, if you get tired easily, if you have certainly any chest pain, dizziness, you probably need to back off, go see a doctor, make sure that everything checks out. If you start slow and you're having no problems, then you can naturally progress and go on. So
take it easy when you head into the gym. Also, equipment is very important, especially when it comes to having just a good pair of shoes. You can end up getting injured from not having the right kind of shoes. So what about our gear that we need to assess as well?
Well, that is very important. You want to have a good pair of shoes. If you're walking, they make different shoes than if you're running. A lot of people will just get one pair of shoes and use it for everything. If you're going to really be serious, if you're going to be training for, say, a marathon 10K, you should go and have your gait checked, have somebody watch you run, make sure you have the right type of shoes for how you run or walk.
Okay. What do we need to do when we do get to the gym? Because a lot of people want to maximize their efforts and come out looking with great results, feeling healthier. But what do we need to do in order to achieve those results? Obviously, cardio is important.
Cardio is important. A good thing is to have a plan going in.
Okay.
So get on the internet, talk to a trainer, sort of have an overall plan that involves both your cardiovascular health, some weightlifting, because we know lean muscle burns more calories than fat,
right,
and probably talk to, like I said, a doctor to make sure that you're able to do whatever you want to when you get there.
What are some of the most common injuries that you do see, especially when you mentioned weightlifting? That's very important, but I can see a lot of people thinking that they can lift more than they should be and end up tearing something or getting injured. So what are some of the common injuries?
Well, the most common thing we would see would be sort of a tendinitis, where you haven't been using your muscles very often. You go for the first 3 weeks after your New Year's resolution, and all of a sudden you're doing way more than your body's used to, so your tendons are overloaded, they'll get inflamed. The other thing you can see, you refer to tears, if you're really going to big weights, you can tear some of your tendons, you can get muscle strains. All those things are, first you want to treat with rest, back off what you're doing.
Okay.
Maybe some anti-inflammatories if you're able to take those.
Okay.
Definitely ice, and then gradually get back in.
Compression, elevation, I think we have a little graphic on that. So this is just a good thing to keep in mind. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. What about heat? Do you do heat at all?
Heat's good for warming up. If you are getting back into something and you've had a sore muscle or something like that, heat's good to warm it up. Afterward, I would use ice. That helps decrease the inflammation.
All right. Well, Dr. Robert Klitzman, thanks for coming in this afternoon with the McBride Clinic. We appreciate your information, and hopefully a lot of folks will get excited and head back to the gym,
right,
injury-free. For more information on preventing injuries while working out, just click on our website, News9.com. Look for the Seen on News 9 tab and then scroll over to First at 4.